Good morning, Geeks and Gamers. It's Geeks and Gamers Daily, and I try to say Geeks and Gamers a lot during the opening for Geeks and Gamers Daily. This is the Geeks and Gamers channel. I am the creator and the owner of Geeks and Gamers. Josiah is a member of Geeks and Gamers. Beardo's a member of Geeks and Gamers, and you all subscribe to Geeks and Gamers.
Geeks and Gamers.
Geeks and Gamers.
Hello,
everyone.
Going on around here.
That's right. A little bit of Geeks and Gamers. A little bit of Geeks and Gamers. So, but yes, it is GNG Daily. I'm tired because had Cobra Cast, and then Josiah tried to bully me into playing Fortnite last night, and it's the worst kind of bully. He sent super chats. What a fucking horrible person!
What a simp!
Oh, it's so bad.
I was about to send a 50 too. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just amp this up and just 50? Make it feel really bad.
I might have played for the 50. I might have played. There's a rumor going around that I'm a grifter, and that is an accurate rumor. You know what's funny is I was never, and Josiah's been with me long enough to know this with the Geeks and Gamers. I was never called a grifter when the channel wasn't successful. You know, it's crazy.
It's true. It is true.
I was never called a grifter until the channel became successful, and then I became a grifter. And I'm like,
yeah,
thank you. That's a compliment. So
there's a lot of people that said that Jeremy was a really great guy until he came out with his opinions about Trump and things like that, and then suddenly Jeremy was the worst person on the planet. So crazy how that works out.
Oh man. But we are joined by Josiah Rises. What's up, Josiah?
How's it going? It's always good to be here on the best and most important show on the internet. So
it truly is. It truly is. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. There's Johnny. So Johnny Lightfoot has a membership here. Johnny Lightfoot, a big deal was made last night during Cobra Cast. Johnny Lightfoot, we were trying to get him a gifted membership on D-Day Cobra, and there were so many gifted memberships, and it never happened. And people are like, you must have a brand account. Well, that's not true, because Johnny Lightfoot has a membership here on Geeks and Gamers. Hello, Fear the Beardo.
Yeah, man. Hello to you guys. Yes, this is the #1 pop culture, entertainment, gaming morning show, daily show on the fucking internet.
Yeah,
on the
internet.
Did I mention that the channel's called Geeks and Gamers?
The channel is called
Geeks and Gamers.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Geeks and Gamers.
Thank you so much. Yes, the daily, monthly, weekly, yearly, decadely, centrally show. So whatever that was.
Awesomeness.
we have some news that just came in, and look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this breaking news. Sound of Freedom finished #1 at the box office yesterday over Mission Impossible.
Wow.
What? Early estimates have Sound of Freedom as the #1 film in the nation, topping Mission Impossible yesterday, 4.8 million to 4.6. So there's a lot to unpack there, because obviously it's fantastic news for Sound of Freedom, and this is exactly like this thing just continuing to pick up momentum. Mission Impossible continues to just underperform. It really does, and you have to, again, how much of that has to do with Sound of Freedom? I think that there's definitely something to do with that. So I think so. I think the Sound of Freedom is really, really cutting into this movie a lot, because it's not, in my opinion, it's not because of the quality of the film. Mission Impossible 7 is excellent, a damn good movie. But Sound of Freedom is just on another level. You know what I mean? So
I think we mentioned it yesterday on this show that Tom Cruise won over that right-wing conservative audience with Top Gun Maverick. And, we saw how long that movie stayed in theaters. That movie was in theaters for, a half a year, it seemed. It was insane. So, two things. You can probably see Mission Impossible 7 stay in theaters for that long if Tom Cruise has any pull and if it does have long legs. But, unfortunately, that right-wing conservative kind of viewership that Tom Cruise built up, those people are more subjected to seeing films like Sound of Freedom. So, yeah, I think absolutely Sound of Freedom does have an influence over Mission Impossible right now at the box office. Will that last? Maybe hopefully for Sound of Freedom's sake, yes. But I also think that Mission Impossible 7 for the long run is going to be just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. And During my Cobra Cast last night, some people were saying that it's starting to get, international release dates and things like that for Sound of Freedom. So I think that's fantastic to hear. It's already over $100 million domestically, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. And what's going to be interesting, and we're going to talk about this here in just a minute, with the films that are opening up this weekend, you have just a complete, just massive difference in films. With you have Oppenheimer on one hand from the great Christopher Nolan, and it's getting insane a word of mouth and people that are discussing it that have seen it. And then you have, on the other hand, you have Barbie, which is being called feminist propaganda by a lot of people at this point in time. So and then you got Sound of Freedom just continuing to defy all expectations. So this will be a very interesting opening weekend at the box office.
Yeah, I was very surprised to hear that it already beat it today, and we were kind of talking about this yesterday. I kind of had a suspicion that it would beat out Mission Impossible 7 over this weekend with Oppenheimer and Barbie, but the fact that it beat it out today yesterday before those films even came out is actually like kind of insane. So
it is really crazy, man. What a freaking accomplishment for this film. And then not to go too far down political rabbit holes, but so Trump did a special screening of Sound of Freedom, and had a speech and everything thanking filmmakers. Jim Caviezel is really awesome moment. I covered that on Cobra Cast. Imagine that, a president of the United States actually, honoring and respecting people that are trying to expose child trafficking.
Yeah.
But
don't see a current sitting president doing that or anything,
Yeah.
I wonder if there was any bags of illegal drugs found at that showing either.
Exactly. So good. That was good to see. And again, man, I'll save the direct political stuff for Cobra Cast, but thought that was pretty cool. So all right, who do we have here? We got, hey, you know what? Toe Mock.
Let's go for 50.
And Tomac dropped a 50 yesterday as the stream was ending. Tomac took this picture. I got to see if I could find it. Because I took a picture of, so Tomac yesterday dropped a 50 as the stream was ending. It says, so how fast do you think Disney could crap out a Kingdom Hearts movie? At this point, that seems like a Hail Mary. No, that would be they can't pull that off right now. Not in the given climate that they're in and how bad things are. They couldn't pull off a Kingdom Hearts movie right now. No way.
No.
So here now, any of you guys looking forward to Remnant from the Ashes 2? I'm hoping that it has crossplay. The struggles of being console scrub with PC Master Race friends. I'm not even familiar with Remnant from Ashes. So
I played the first one a little bit, and it was pretty fun. I didn't really get a whole lot into it, but it's I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to the second one necessarily, but I might check it out. So we'll see. It's it's kind of like Dark Souls mixed with like horde based like combat and stuff like that, and I don't know. But you also play with like friends online and stuff. I mean, it was kind of cool.
Okay. I'll have to check it out. I know I'm very interested in this whatever this new battle royale game is that Hailstorm's been playing. So
Fly Flare, what's it called?
Flare Flanley,
Flare right,
Fairlight, something like that, or
Fairlight maybe.
Fairlight, yeah.
Where is Flayed Air Flanley, anyways?
Yeah, I haven't seen Flayed Air Flanley
since
Flanley. He's popped up a few times since then.
Okay. I've been really enjoying this new game, Naraka. It's also a battle royale game that's kind of like battle royale with ninjas, and it's been really, really fun playing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it's all like melee. It's more like melee focused, like combat and stuff.
Hand-to-hand combat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Ryan will be back tomorrow. So for those that are asking, Ryan will be back tomorrow. All right. So well says, please God, no feet. Valkyria Winter says, please God, sea feet. Oh, do we have a battle brewing?
Uh-oh.
So this is a carryover from Cobra Cast. and it's J-Rock's fault, by the way. J-Rock comes in the chat and starts saying, hey, I must send $50 to show Brie Larson's feet. And then it turns into a super chat battle. And every time the please no feet super chats have won, because ain't nobody got time for that. And don't nobody want to see those feet. Flag Ninjas, can I be a bully too? Sure. You can be whatever you want to be when you grow up, Flag Ninja.
Go for it.
We got new members popping in. Thank you, guys. Jay's Salty Taint says, just joined a country club. Do y'all play golf? It's such a weird, what? Let's see. Bottom barrel budget films. Oppenheimer weekend. Let's go. Barbie, I sleep. Let's talk about Barbie. Let's talk about Barbie.
Oh boy.
So the reports are in. The media loves Barbie. The media loves Barbie. They're going crazy over it. I haven't looked at Rotten Tomatoes today. Last I saw it was like a 90%. So whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But the real people are out there, and the real people are calling it out for what it is. Our good buddy Shad from Shadiversity, warning: the Barbie movie is one of the most blatant, man-hating, activism-charged, deranged, subversive, intersectional pieces of insane, hyper-indulgent, third-wave feminist propaganda I have ever seen.
That's a lot of adjectives.
That's a lot. There's a lot going on with that one. And Shad obviously has a full review over on his channel. So if you guys want to check that out, I don't remember if it's on Night's Watch. I think it's on Night's Watch, probably.
Probably on Night's Watch, yeah.
And so Shad has a full breakdown of it. And he's not the only one. I mean, there's a lot of people talking about this right here. The producers of the new Barbie movie had the opportunity to make a wonderful retro film with a nod to all those beautiful 1959 and 1965 fashions, but instead had to go woke and ruin yet another childhood memory. Do better, Barbie. Christian Toto says Barbie was a 2-hour woke-a-thon of brimming with feminist lectures and nuclear level rage against men.
Unbelievable.
Crazy.
And then I know a lot of people have seen this, but this is an interview that was done before the film. A lot of people have seen this, but let's watch it.
I want to ask all of you right now, what is a Ken? How does one spot a Ken?
That's so funny because when we were in prep for this movie, two of our wonderful producers, one of whom is also my husband, when David and Tom would start talking about Bitcoin or something, Greta and I'd be like, we're being such Kens. They'd talk about golf, we're like, stop being Kens. So it's hard to define what makes a Ken, but there can also be big Ken energy, and that's a good thing.
Or as Ryan says, Kenergy.
Kenergy is... It's not something you can define. It's just something you can sense and you know it.
Yeah. How do you guys spot a Ken?
I think a Ken for me is just kind of there. I think a Ken is a great accessory, but that's what I loved about, Greta's imagining of Barbie is that the Kens are just supplemental characters to these Barbies. While Barbie do everything, Kens are there to kind of support and don't necessarily have their own story. And I think that's not necessarily a negative thing. I think it's
now it's not a negative thing to not have your own story. And by the way, I agree that it's not necessary to have your own story, but suddenly now you're flipping your own rules because apparently representation was always important and everybody needs their story told. This is such bullshit. Let's finish it out.
It's incredibly strong for men to be in supportive roles and to support the greatness that is women/Barbie.
Oh my God. Fucking kill me. Fucking kill me. Just literally kill me.
The greatness that is women/Barbie. What?
Oh my God.
So when it benefits them, they say, yeah, it's perfectly okay for men to take a back seat. But when it's a male main lead and a male main character, man, if the woman is riding the coattails at all of the men, that is just insane.
It's insane. Shout out to my nerdy home. She dropped a Robert Barnes tweet for me real quick too. So Barbie movie defining scene: little girls taking their baby dolls and bashing their heads in on rocks while chanting "We are not mothers" was just waiting for Dr. Barbie, a trans, to openly perform abortions in the film. That's how awful the movie is. Don't go.
Holy shit.
So yeah, I mean, Barbie had all the potential in the world. Now, what's the movie going to do? I don't know. I don't know what the box office tracking is right now. But it had all the potential to be a massive success. I don't know exactly what the tracking is going to be, but I think it's still going to have a good opening weekend just because it's Barbie and there's going to be a ton of anticipation. And the trailers apparently were really well received. It's going to be after the fact. How is it going to be after the fact? How's the word of mouth going to be and all of that? So, Beardo, I mean, you look like the type of guy that'd be excited for a Barbie movie. I'd be walking down the street and I see you guys, be like, that guy looks like he'd love a Barbie movie.
Yeah,
Clearly, I'm being sarcastic.
I'm clearly the target audience for this. You know, I don't speak about massive, testosterone and hot caca. Yeah. Just being filled with adrenaline and testosterone. That is not my branding at all here. So I'm really looking forward to Barbie. No, I mean, dude, it's insane. It's insane to me that they managed a way to take a children's toy who was marketed mainly towards little girls and to make it just this gross, disgusting, political, feminist, smash the patriarchy and all men are bad. And it's insane. This is a toy. Just like Mario was a video game and they nailed it. This is a freaking toy. And they just found a way to spin it into this garbage. It's actually quite incredible to see.
It is.
It's actually a really good comparison, putting that with Mario and stuff, because, Mario is a film that obviously, came out earlier this year and it was a huge success. People loved it. They did a great job with it. There's no political bullshit needed for the film or anything like that. And now look what we're getting with Barbie. And the more that I hear about Barbie, the worse it gets. And this movie just sounds absolutely atrocious. It's going to be really interesting to see what the second weekend is going to be on this film for the box office and stuff. Because, we've talked about this a lot. Word of mouth is important. And if people are going to go see this film and they're bringing, their daughters and stuff and their, whoever else, and they're going to go see this film, they're going to be like, you would not believe how atrocious this film was. It's going to be interesting to see what it's going to do. So
yeah, and see, people are asking me if I'm going to go see it. Listen, it's going to be really hard for me to go watch this movie while a Nolan film is in theaters. Why would I spend my time watching this crap? But I do think that I have changed my perspective a little bit. That I think this Barbie movie could kind of become if it turns out to be as bad as what we're hearing, this could turn out to be our new TLJ. You know what I mean? They really could. I mean, because what they're doing is really, it's bullshit. And there's no reason for this to happen other than, of course, it's more of the agenda driven nonsense. You know what I mean? But I'm starting to think that let's see. I'm starting to think that this movie is going to be something that's going to be discussed for a long time, much like The Last Jedi. And then, hey, gonna change your onion on a dime again? Can you fucking learn how to spell? Maybe Onision? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, what the fuck's wrong with these? So if you're gonna come in here and criticize me, okay? And I know you were just like typing so fucking fast because you get so triggered by Jeremy Man Bad, okay?
We got him. We got Jeremy.
We got him. Baker
he
Boom.
liked The Last Jedi at first. He's gonna flip so he can grift. Rah, rah, rah.
Yeesh. Baker Boom. Add another double B to the end of that for beta bitch.
Oh man.
Yeah. That whole interview between all the women and stuff about Barbie and Ken and all that type of stuff, like they were like kind of like tossing in like Ken and then going from like Ken to men and then women to Barbie. So it shows that even with that, it's very intertwined with the messaging of what they're trying to do with this film. Barbie is supposed to represent women, powerful feminist women of today. Ken is supposed to represent kind of the ideal man that they want to create for today's culture. And whoever Margot Robbie's husband, I'm not sure who Margot Robbie's husband is. Isn't it like Tom is Tom Ackerley? Isn't that her husband?
I don't even know.
But yeah, I mean, the fact that they like were talking all that disrespectful shit about him and stuff, and all these other producers on the show or on the movie and stuff during production, it just goes to show that they don't have any plans of having any sort of traditional values within this film whatsoever. So
this movie's going to be a disaster. So I anticipate a strong opening weekend, and then I anticipate a avalanche of criticism after the fact. So it will be interesting to see. Disco Cobra for 50. Last night's Cobra Cast was insane. Back-to-back memberships and super chats all night. Geeks and Gamers crew crushing the game. Also, since this is the anniversary of Chester Bennington's death, I'd like to add RIP to one of the best metal singers of all time. Yes, Linkin Park's frontman, Chester. Dude is, I mean, he has definitely got, like, I put his voice up there, like, iconic is like Axl Rose, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Chester was so freaking good, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it does suck. So RIP to Chester. Is it the anniversary? So how long has it been now?
Man,
been like
we got to be going close to 10 years.
I don't think 10.
6 or 7. I said so close to 10 years. Not quite 10 years, but it's got to be at least like 7 or 8, maybe.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I was going to say around 5 or 6 or something like that, but yeah, I'm not sure.
6 years. Okay.
Yeah.
6 years.
That makes the best sense. So, but yeah, thank you, Disco Cobra. Jacob says, great Star Wars reference when it comes to elections yesterday, Jeremy. Thank you. I said that basically 2016 was A New Hope. 2020 was The Empire Strikes Back. 2024 will be Return of the Jedi. That's what I said. So.
Ooh, there you
yeah,
go.
That's awesome.
So hopefully that works.
Yeah.
Ryan's big white monster. What an account.
The
what
profile
an account.
picture is a white monster can.
AFK Bar. Good morning, Geeks and Gamers. I haven't heard anyone suggest the underperforming for Mission Impossible might be because it's a later in the number series and people who've seen the rest don't have time to bother. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but it's like the last one did so well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily the issue with the film. Really,
yeah.
I think it's just
point, but I don't.
It's got stiff competition right now.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a ton of competition. I personally, I think I don't think there's one specific thing you can point to with Mission Impossible being underperforming as much as it's just that it's the Dead Reckoning Part 1, I think, played into it. The competition around it, Sound of Freedom being there. And I don't think that there's a sense of urgency with this movie that you just have to go see it opening weekend. Whereas almost like with Avatar, like people did not just, Avatar did good opening weekend. The second one, the first one did okay, but those movies had legs, man, big time. And so obviously Top Gun Maverick did really well opening weekend, but it didn't do well to the point where you thought it was going to make $1.5 billion. And it just had insane word of mouth to follow it. So Mission Impossible 7 is going to be very interesting to see how the next month plays out for this movie and how with Oppenheimer. Again, Oppenheimer is going to be really interesting. It's interesting to see how Barbie's going to play and then Oppenheimer, because Oppenheimer, a lot of people are getting excited for Oppenheimer. I think a lot of people are going to get excited that don't know a lot about it and think it's like this really cool kind of like, did you see Grace Randolph's review? Jesus Christ, it was bad. Oh
no,
my God.
I can imagine.
She called it Nolan's worst film. And
what? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she said that she was disappointed because there was only one explosion. I'm like, bitch, that's the movie. What are you like? That's the entire the story.
Oh
what
my
are you talking
goodness.
about?
This is more of like a biopic kind of like background on Oppenheimer. This isn't about the bomb. The movie is literally called Oppenheimer, not Atomic Bomb.
I really wanted to see where they took that bomb after they invented it. You know, that was where I really wanted to see them take it. So
Grace Randolph slept through history class in high school.
yeah. How did they use that bomb?
What happened to it?
You wanted to see like 12 atomic bombs drop during the movie or some shit. It's like,
well.
But going back to Mission Impossible, the previous one, here's kind of just a random thought. Remember, there was a little bit of controversy that might have worked out in Mission Impossible 6's benefit. Remember Henry Cavill, that whole mustache debacle, the whole thing that kind of crashed Warner Brothers, the theatrical Justice League, and all that kind of nonsense. And everyone's like, well, why is this going into hell for Justice League? Oh, because Henry Cavill has a mustache for the next Mission Impossible movie he's going to be in. Oh, he's going to be in Mission Impossible? I like Henry Cavill. Oh, he's going to be the villain in Mission Impossible? I like Henry Cavill. Him playing a villain would be kind of cool. So that buzz kind of, I mean, that might not be the whole reason, obviously.
Yeah,
it was obviously a great movie, but there was that buzz and word of mouth where this one, I think we mentioned before, the marketing for this hasn't been insanely out there for 7.
Yeah, the only real marketing we got was the footage of Tom Cruise jumping off the ramp and everything like that. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Henry Cavill's as big of a pull as we want him to be.
I think he is.
I don't think he is.
Just look at The Witcher. People are fucking pissed that he's leaving The Witcher.
Yeah, but like, I just don't like. There's never been a movie that Henry Cavill has carried. There's never been a movie he's carried. It's never happened. Man of Steel did not do well.
It did decent.
It did a little bit better than Superman Returns.
Yeah.
That ain't saying a lot.
He carried though.
He didn't though.
I mean,
anybody would go see a Superman movie. Like, it's like saying Christian Bale carried The Dark Knight. He didn't carry The Dark Knight. It's a Batman movie.
Christian Bale didn't even carry. The only Batman movie he carried was Batman Begins.
But he didn't even carry
Joseph Gordon-Levitt carried The Dark Knight Rises.
But the point being is that you can't say that Henry Cavill's the reason people went to see Man of Steel, because that's not the case. It's a Superman movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Superman movie.
I think Man of Steel is why people started to fall in love with Henry Cavill.
Well, I agree with that, but what I'm saying is he's not a like Henry Cavill has not proven to be a box office draw in any way, shape, or form. He's just a popular guy. He's just a popular guy.
I think he has a very. I think there's a lot of people that really like him, and I think he has a very like passionate like core fan base and stuff. But when it comes to like the kind of the general audiences, I don't think that he really has as much of a pull.
Like Chris Pratt has. Chris Pratt has.
Oh yeah,
draw. Chris Pratt 100%. Is a draw. Chris Evans is not. I would put Henry Cavill in the middle of that. Like Chris Evans, not a movie star. Chris Pratt, definitely a movie star. Henry Cavill, closer to Chris Pratt than Chris Evans. I'll say that. He's closer to Chris Pratt than Chris Evans, but he's not Chris Pratt, if that makes sense.
I would say Chris Pratt even probably has more pull than Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you're seeing Chris Hemsworth kind of climb up the ladder of being an action movie star, but he's not on Chris Pratt's level.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Yeah, Jed did drop a tweet there to Grace Randolph.
I was about to show this
review.
Lord, man.
I just want to point this out that we do have kind of some good news for Mission Impossible and for the next few weeks, because after this weekend with Oppenheimer coming out and stuff, there really isn't a whole lot that's going to be coming to theaters that's going to be good for a while. After that, like, it's all going to be kind of crap. Like the following weekend we have Haunted Mansion. The next weekend after that, we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. So, you know, then the weekend after that, we don't really have a whole lot. So we do have a few weeks after this weekend where it could really help Mission Impossible to continue to sustain some of those legs and stuff. So,
so here's Grace's fucking a misfire for Nolan. Too talky, and like most of his films, lacks emotion. The story is hard to follow and unfair to history, but the film looks good with some performances, even if most of the characters are unlikable. Also, not a good use of IMAX. Obviously, I haven't seen the movie yet, so we'll make that determination. But if you look, the majority of like the heavy majority of everyone So the consensus I've heard is that obviously it's a great looking film. That kind of goes without saying. It's going to be a good looking film with
Absolutely.
Nolan.
Yep.
I have heard that so the whole point is that this is to show you the journey of J. Robert Oppenheimer, and the journey of the creation of the atomic bomb and what it did to him and the effects that it had on him. So it's not a straight up biopic, but that's kind of the theme that it's going with. And what I understand, Cillian Murphy's in like 99% of the movie. And he is phenomenal, apparently. And it's dialogue heavy, which is exactly what you would expect, But one thing that Nolan films there's two things Nolan films get criticized for. And one of them is justifiable. The other, to me, is a positive. The justifiable criticism is sound design. Horrific sound design in most of his films, especially recently. The other criticism, and that's the justifiable one. The other one that is a compliment is his female characters are always not prominent. I consider that a huge positive. Shout out to Nolan on that one.
This reads off to me that Grace Randolph doesn't understand this film whatsoever.
Right.
Like,
I just want to see bombs.
Characters are unlikable. Characters are unlikable. This is World War II. Even the good guys in World War II were unlikable. There was, I mean, unlikable in World War II? Geez, I never would have thought.
I know. Crazy, right? If you want to share my screen for a second here, this is Grace Randolph's review for Barbie here. Phenomenal film. Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, Greta Gerwig, and Noah Baumbach knocked this one out of the park, creating an instant classic. A fantastic, positive take on feminism that also works as entertainment. So there you go.
Man, unbelievable.
So that shows you exactly where a lot of these critics are lining up when it comes to these two films and Sound of Freedom and everything else. Their heads are completely in their own asses when it comes to everything that's going on right now.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. And hey, we're gonna continue to laugh at it all the way. Because again, I think Beardo had a really good point yesterday. And so we were talking about Oppenheimer versus Barbie, and yeah, if Barbie turned out to be what seems that it is now, and Oppenheimer turns out to be good, the long run, like, I don't think it's crazy to think that Oppenheimer could at least compete, at the box office. At the end I think opening weekend, Barbie's going to crush it. But after that, that's going to be very interesting to see. So anyway, good stuff. All right, let's see where we are at. Where did I leave off? Stephen Wasik going to see Sound of Freedom this weekend at Cinemark on an hour away to avoid any shenanigans. Doing it my part to help overtake the Flash with someone who could be a villain in Sound of Freedom sequel. Hold that line and hail. Hey,
hold the line,
man.
baby.
I hope you enjoy it. It is an awesome thing to experience, even though it's not necessarily an enjoyable movie.
Hold on. Did he just subliminally say that Ezra Miller could be the villain in the Sound of Freedom sequel?
Oh, that's his one.
That's what he said.
I didn't quite catch it, but yes, that's exactly.
I was doing some mental gymnastics, like thinking, like, what is he trying to say right now? And I'm pretty sure he's saying that Ezra Miller is the Sound of Freedom sequel villain. That's a good one.
Well done, sir.
Well done.
Well done, sir. That was funny. Look at here. Look at Coalee for 50. One could say Grace had a nuclear take.
Oh man,
Grace Randolph, the gift that keeps on giving. Let's see. The Exalted Patriarch says one of the biggest trafficking events is Super Bowl. I stopped watching Pro Bowl after all the kneeling. I can't support the NFL. College ball all day, every day, or every game is a must-see. Roll Tide. I agree with that college sentiment. I prefer college over pro. Yeah, man, I hear you on that. And the Super Bowl is a big problem. It really is. So, but the biggest problem, and I talked about this last night. And again, I'm not in the business of telling people what you do with your time, your money, your family, or whatever. But I don't remember how we got on the topic. We were basically like, what was it? The whole like thing, like, would you look, well, you know, if you say like you're a fan of this person or if you're defending, they're like I remember that all the years I would, defend Michael Jackson as innocent because he's 100% innocent. No doubt about that. Go watch Razor Fist videos if you need some education on that. But people go, well, would you leave your children with Michael Jackson? I don't leave my children with fucking anyone I don't know. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I would never, like, hey, honey, let's hire a babysitter hire a babysitter? What?
Mm-hmm.
No, I would never, ever, ever just have some random person watch my kids. It's just not what I would do. I think the point that, what it was because someone super chatted on Cobra Cast and they basically said like Sound of Freedom, they enjoyed it, but a couple had brought like a 2-year-old to the screening and I guess it was crying or whatever. And I was like, I can understand though, like, this is a movie that you don't know how long it's going to be in theaters. And if you're a couple with a young child, maybe you don't have family or friends that can watch the kid and you want to go see this movie. You know what I mean? And this is an important movie to see. So I can at least kind of justify it. And then I kind of got on the top of like, yeah, they're like, hire a babysitter. I'm like, I would not. That's not. I don't just like, oh, hey, look, this random TikTok girl is a babysitter. Let me no. You know what I mean? It's just not.
Yeah.
Older brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas, and that's pretty much the extent of that.
That's
Who
that's
should watch
all
your kid.
we who watch our kids and stuff are just family members. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, you got to be careful. Look at Culture Casino. I saw Barbie. You haven't seen what I've seen. What's
Oh
up,
boy.
Culture?
Well, I am sorry. I'm sorry for you.
Culture Casino. Man, sorry to hear that, buddy. Did you see Grace's review of Oppenheimer? I did. It's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. All right, I'm gonna leave off right there at Disco Cobras, so you can pick up from there whenever we pick back up.
Okay.
We got to talk about this headline. So I tried to click on this stupid article and you can't because I guess they want you to pay. But Disney's Indiana Jones took in $300 million at the box office so far. A disaster for CEO Bob Iger and Lucasfilm. Dial Up Destiny could end up with just half the receipts its panned predecessor earned 15 years ago and rival John Carter as Disney's biggest bomb. This is a catastrophic failure for Disney in every way, shape, or form. And as I tweeted there, damn, those toxic YouTubers were right again. Isn't this what we've been saying? Isn't this literally a Josiah Rise's headline video right there? Like that's what it is. That's a Ryan Kendall thumbnail. That's a Geeks Gamers thumbnail. Like we've been saying this forever.
Yep.
And yes, the only difference is John Carter is actually a good movie. So John Carter is a good movie. But yeah, it was a massive fail from the marketing standpoint. You don't have a problem marketing when it comes to Indiana Jones. It's Indiana Jones. It's Harrison Ford. It's one of the most legendary franchises of all time. And yet here we are with Indiana Jones could become Disney's biggest box office failure of all time. What say you, Josiah?
I mean, yeah, this doesn't really shock me at all. We've talked about this leading up to this film for months at this point, and everything that we've continued to hear about this film, it goes to show that yes, this is going to be yet another disaster for Disney, and we are seeing that playing out in real time right now. This is just like, this is the symptoms of what happens as a company when you continue to isolate your fans, when you continue to talk down to them, when you continue to put out garbage. All of it combined, you're ending up with things like Indiana Jones, fucking Indiana Jones, an absolute icon when it comes to culture, flopping in the box office. And so like this doesn't shock me at all. Once again, like Jeremy said, we were right, and we will continue to be right about what's happening with Hollywood.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. So, Beardo, I know you are a big supporter of Disney these days. So,
Right.
what do you think about this?
This falls right in line with their character. Their track record has shown that they don't give a fuck about your legacy characters that have spanned over generations, that families have loved and cherished and looked up to. Indiana Jones is a hero to a lot of people. Just look at Jay. Look at Drunk 3PO. That's his favorite fictional character probably of all time. So yeah, I mean, they disrespect, and at this point, these old legacy characters, they take these actors, they dig them up. Like, Indiana Jones could have been done. Just finish it. Just finish it off. At the very least, maybe reboot it with somebody else, but shit, bringing Harrison Ford back for this is a huge insult. But for Lucasfilm, this is their track record. They did it with Han Solo, they did it with Luke Skywalker, and they did it now with Indiana Jones. This movie deserves to lose money, and, let it crash and burn, man. It's extremely embarrassing for them, but you love to see it for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and Disney continues to just everything that we have been saying was going on is going on, and it's hit a level that even I didn't think it would get, because it's affected, again, the theme parks. When the theme parks are being affected, you got a huge problem on your hands. And I don't know, again, it seems like we talk about this every other day, but it's relevant. It's relevant every single day. How do they get out of this? And I don't see a realistic scenario where they get out of this. Obviously, yeah, if look at the Elon Musk method. He walked in there, and this is to prove to you that the woke crowd doesn't matter. Elon Musk walked into Twitter and just nuked like 90% of the entire staff. All the woke people, all the lazy people, all the people that were there to just have a diversity hire job. He just got rid of all of them.
And it's running better.
Yeah, he didn't care. Done. Over.
See ya.
That's not going to happen with Disney because they're too scared of the woke crowd. But that's what you have to do. You have to walk in there and just eliminate all of the wokeness. Just get it gone. Get it out of there. And he's just not going to do that. It's not going to happen.
And the problem is that it's so ingrained, not even just like from outside of Disney and stuff, like with the backlash that they could receive from doing something like that. It's so ingrained in everything that they are as a company now. Like they have like all of the DEI stuff. They have it just like built into their DNA at this point. So it's literally at a point right now where they would have to like go completely like scorched earth and nuke everything and basically start over again when it comes to what they've built and stuff. And honestly, I mean, that's the way to go. Honestly, at this point, if they want to recover at all. But even with the opening weekend for Indiana Jones, it only made like 60 million in its opening weekend. That shows you right there that people were checked out of this film before the first weekend was even finished. Like, people are done with Disney. People could see even from a mile away with the trailers that were coming out for Indiana Jones with, Phoebe Waller-Bridge being in the film and everything else. People could see what Disney was doing. People have been able to start to pick up on the fact that Disney is continuing to take all these legacy characters and supplant them with their own little woke female characters and all this type of stuff. So people can see it from a mile away. And that's why the film has underperformed even from the opening weekend.
Yep. It's I love seeing it, and it's going to get even worse. You got the Marvels coming out later this year. That's going to be bad for Disney. That's going to be another loss for them. Will it be the level of Indiana Jones 5? Probably not, but I do think that that's going to be a loss for them, and I am 100% okay with that. Before we read super chats, just if you're joining us late, because we have a ton of people here. Quick update. We started the show out with this, but Sound of Freedom finished #1 at the box office yesterday with 4.8 million over Mission Impossible 7, 4.6. That is crazy. And I cannot believe that. So Sound of Freedom #1 at the box office, truly overcoming all odds with this film, and the sky's the limit now. If you guys can tell me in the chat, because a few people told me last night in my Cobra Cast chat that it's getting some international releases in their area, like Sophie and a few other people mentioned it. If you're part of an international audience, have you heard of any releases over in your area for international? Please let me know. But yeah, fantastic accomplishment by the entire Sound of Freedom team.
Mhm.
All right, Beardo, let's pick up on the super chats.
Yeah, of course. Real quick before we get to the YouTube ones, let's plug Geeks and Gamers Kick real quick because we've had a lot of activity over there. First off, to start off the day, American Ninja subscribed for 3 months. Thank you for the new subscription. And Alec Baldwin's finger dropped 10 gifted Geeks and Gamers subs over on Kick. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys aren't familiar with Kick, or if you are a little hesitant to start a Kick account and start viewing over on Kick, Kick is a massively performing, positively performing new platform that we're growing at a rapid pace over there. We just got verified. Also, they are introducing hyper chats as well, which are going to stick with their 95.5 program for the creators. Get 95% of the cut of all donations, of all subscriptions, and that's never going to change. Kick is very user and creator friendly. They're working on their app right now, so I urge you guys, we got 2,600 people watching on YouTube. It would be awesome if you guys started a Kick account and started supporting us over there, because Kick supports the creators. So just a little shout out to them. So yeah.
Good stuff. And I got to give a nod over to our wonderful Rumble audience as well. So thank you guys for being over there. The Clearsight's just in the chat, just hating on me. Clearsight, I can't tell if Clearsight hates me or is trolling like the Gung Ho Mac, Blue-Eyed Scorpio. And the fact that I can't tell is a compliment, though. So even if you do hate me and I can't tell, it's a compliment. So there you go.
Shout out. Mr. Jerds for a 20 says, have you guys seen The Man from U.N.C.L.E.? Cavill plays a CIA agent during the Cold War. It's highly recommended. I have seen it. It is a good movie.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
I have not seen that one. I have not seen that one.
It's good.
I've always wanted to see I think is it Flag Ninja that sent this in the chat. But I do think that Cavill, if he was in the 90s or even early 2000s, I do think he would be one of the biggest stars on the planet. I absolutely do feel that way. He's just in the wrong time right now. He's just in the wrong era.
If he happens to be the new James Bond, I think that would be amazing. Like, that's his perfect role. Other than Superman, James Bond, Henry Cavill as James Bond would be outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Polaris over on Kick just gifted a sub. Thank you, Polaris. Luis Cuevas for a $10. I was hoping this movie would be like Mean Girls. Looks and acts like a chick flick, but really good and a cult classic. Could have been.
Yeah, it really could have. Mm-hmm.
Could have been. WMH43 became a new member. Thank you. Shane Dogs became a new member. Cultural Casino, a member for 39 months.
Culture.
Thank you, Culture Casino. Says, wow, I've been supporting you for a long time. Jeez.
It has been a long time, Culture. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Shannon O'Leary became a member. Welcome to the 199. Shannon. Cole Hauser for 2 months. Hail 199. Say no to Barbie. Jeremy is the only true. Oh, Gem. Sorry. Jeremy is the only true girls doll. Gem is the only true girls doll. Hasbro baby. Jeremy, have you Jeremy, have you played OT? Watched Galactic Contention? Clone Wars? Awesome. I don't know if that's a typo or what. Jeremy, have you played OT? Watched Galactic Contention? Clone Wars? It's awesome.
Do you
make out what he's saying?
I'm not making out what he's saying.
Sorry,
but,
Cole. If you want to retype it or try to rephrase it.
Is that Cole Hauser?
Yes, Cole Hauser.
Yeah, Cole Hauser's been talking to me about a Clone Wars game. I know what he's talking about. So,
okay.
But I have not played it.
Okay. Gary's Beard Crabs for 3 months. Beardo's not gay. He just has relationships with... Thank you, Gary's Beard Crabs. Nick Retro gifted a Geeks and Gamers membership over on YouTube. Thank you, Rick Retro. Eric Stratton for 3 months. Regarding past movies doing better to the second week, like Sound of Freedom, look up Jaws. Second week was a 3 to 4% increase.
Mm-hmm.
And then American Ninja.
Clear Sight said, "Why the heck would I pay people I hate with rants? If I really hate them, 199." It was a compliment to your trolling. So
the satire was off the charts. American Ninja became a member for 3 months on YouTube. Says 199. Thank you, American Ninja, for the support on all platforms.
I am not overselling it when I say I see 199s in the chat like crazy. All right, like crazy. I was watching. I think I was watching Nina Infinity had Ricada and some peeps on there talking about Anna being on the whatever podcast, and randomly somebody just drops like a 199 in the live chat, and then another person's like 199. And then another person's like 199, and then another person's like 47, 199. It was like, what the fuck, man? You guys are everywhere. I love it so much. So
the Argonauth for $5. Gonna see Oppenheimer tomorrow night. Almost every showing at my local Alamo Draft House is sold out for the weekend.
Nice.
Awesome. Cowboy 1 for $5. Jeremy, I trust your onions on everything, but Culver's over In-N-Out.
Hey, Culver's is better than In-N-Out. I agree.
He said he doesn't trust it. He said, I trust your onion on everything except Culver's over
I
In-N-Out.
thought you said but Culver. So I thought you meant he was saying but he was
He did say
Culver,
but he meant
okay.
Okay,
that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I do love In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out Burger is fantastic. I've you guys know I've always been a fan of that. But the butter burger is just hits.
It is good. It is good,
really
but there's
good.
just something about
the fries at Culver's are better than In-N-Out. The fries are better.
I will agree with that. Sometimes it just depends on the batch. The Exalted Patriarch for $5. My Bernie Bro family are chomping at the bit for the Barbie movie. They haven't been this excited since Legally Blonde. Eye roll. Pimps up, hose down. Hell yeah.
Sounds like their type of movie.
Hell yeah. JB became a member for 2 months, says Onion.
Onion?
Kenneth Stevens for $5. I demand justice for whatever they do to me in that trash flick. Hail to the 199.
Hail.
Harry Brownhole for $2. Barbie sounds more destructive than Oppenheimer.
It might be,
dude. What?
We don't have Jay to laugh at it. He'll be back though. He'll be back.
He'll be back. Sentai Kai for a $5. Chris Stuckman said that the movie is not really meant for kids, despite its PG-13 rating. It felt like a very adult movie most of the time. Barbie?
Must be. I guess he's talking about Barbie, because Oppenheimer's rated R. Oppenheimer's not meant for kids.
Right. Steven Lantow for $2. Onion Battle of the 199, all layers, no tears.
And we got 425 people on Rumble.
Shout out.
Right at 100 on Kick. And, of course, the 2,500 over here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for supporting on all these platforms. Amazing. Really is awesome to see.
Flag Ninja for $5. No one is going to be talking about the Barbie movie in 3 months. People, for better or worse, are going to be talking about The Last Jedi for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, again, we'll see. I mean, if it's as blatant as a lot of people are saying, this is an iconic property. And I mean, hell, I saw Robert Barnes talking about like there's grounds for a fucking lawsuit for the way that they marketed this film versus what it is. Like, I don't know if he was being using hyperbole or not, but I mean, it's really bad. So
look at Jeremy throwing around hyperbole.
Hey,
I'd love to hear it, man.
I know a big word.
He knows.
Grim says, "Can I donate via Streamlabs?" Yes, you can. I can drop that link. Go ahead and keep reading. I'll get Streamlabs.
Yeah. Achilles Jones for $2. I saw your Barbie memes made by core members. Have you seen the memes? Core members. Yeah, I saw your Barbie memes made by core members.
Yes, on Twitter. It was. I saw one of me and Ryan. They were really scary. They were really scary.
This is a hell of a name right here. Dick Nubler for $5. Barbenheimer, let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Jay Salty Taint for a 199. Do you like bacon on your hamburger, Obama?
What?
Do you like bacon on your hamburger? Oh, it's not Obama. It's Obama. Do you like bacon on your hamburger, Obama?
Like what? And to answer the question legitimately though, I love bacon. I don't put bacon on my burger, but I do love bacon.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's life changing. How about an egg?
I kind of agree with that. Yeah.
What about an egg? Have you
I
tried
like
egg
egg
on a
burger.
Yeah, like a fried egg, like a fried egg on your burger.
on
Oh
a
my
burger
gosh,
is
dude.
game
Oh,
changing.
it's insanely good.
Oh,
I've never even tried that.
Insanely good.
Oh, it's delicious. Semper Reload for a $4.99. I think it's cool you were able to get Michael Keaton in the show. Didn't realize he had such a strong beard. Is he talking about Josiah?
Or you?
Who are you
I don't
talking
know.
about, Semper Reload? Get
I
Michael
don't know.
Keaton on the show, didn't
Which
he?
one of us looks more like Michael Keaton?
Or is he saying Michael Keaton because I'm Batman?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It might be it. Even though that's not Michael Keaton's Batman back there.
I'm more of a Ben Affleck Batman kind of guy. Trevor Summer for $2. Onionheimer. Hail to the 199. Giants fan for $5. In parentheses says sing it. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Says
the clears. Oh, go ahead.
sorry. So Giants fans for $5 says sing it. It's okay in a three-way. It's not gay in a three-way. With Beardo in the middle and some leeway, it's all good in a 1-2-3-way. There you go. I said it with a little bit of rhythm in there. What were you gonna say, Jeremy?
I
It
don't
was a
remember
fucking
anything.
super chat.
I know. I was thinking about what was it? The Timberlake and what's his name?
Andy Sandberg, The Lonely
Yeah,
Island on
yeah.
SNL.
That shit is so funny. That shit is so funny.
They have a ton of good ones. Dick in a Box.
Yes.
Mother Lover.
Yes. The clear site for $1 says, I demand a new emote. I don't know what. How are we saying this? This Oninian? Is that how?
Aninian.
Aninian exactly is, but I want representation for it to go along with the 199. That's what we do here. We meme everything. Everything gets memed here, okay? Don't come in here talking shit. Don't act like you're better. Like, I got beard of shamed last night on my own fucking show, okay? Like, I got the beard of shame. So, it happens. It happens. Nobody's above getting roasted. That's just part of it. It happens
to the best of us.
That's right.
Fictitious Dave for $2. Rumor that Henry Cavill is playing the new James Bond. There you go. Yeah, I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, there's been rumors. Here's what's crazy. I've been hearing these rumors for a long time. Again, it's just a rumor. He said he would. Christopher Nolan's a massive James Bond fan. Okay, and he has, in years past, has expressed interest in wanting to do a James Bond movie. This is a long time ago, though. I haven't heard anything recently, and he may just be at a point where he doesn't want to do it. But could you imagine a James Bond movie directed by Nolan, starring Henry Cavill?
That'd be spectacular. That's $1 billion movie right there.
Yes. So that'd be awesome.
What do you think, Josiah?
Yeah, I mean, I know that Henry Cavill, like back when they were kind of like casting for kind of the Daniel Craig era of James Bond films, he was actually in the running for the film.
Yeah. He was just too young, right?
Yes,
too young at the time.
Yeah. So I mean, he's definitely kind of at the age right now where he could definitely take this role. So it'd be really cool to see. I think honestly, there's no one else that I could think of that would be more perfect for the role. So I think that he would be phenomenal as James Bond. So
did Nolan say just this morning he's still on the I want to do a James Bond movie? If Nolan wants to do a James Bond movie, he's going to do a James Bond movie. There's literally the man has more power than anybody in Hollywood. So
yeah.
So I mean that would be cool.
Christopher Nolan doing a James Bond movie would be insane.
With Henry Cavill, that would be just amazing.
And here's the thing, and that's the thing is if Nolan actually was like the guy, there wouldn't be no bullshit like in terms of the casting. You know what I mean? Ain't like he's gonna be like, oh, we have to get the proper representation. You know, he ain't doing all that shit.
Yeah.
So
nope. And I bet you the Bond girls would actually be hot.
Yeah.
True.
Yes. So
just don't get Maggie Gyllenhaal, please. Chef Nick Nero Chef Nick Nero for a 199. There's a free Oppenheimer.
And you are beautiful.
Hey, you are beautiful. It's like you're not convincing anybody there. You're not convincing anybody.
Even with the greatest acting performance of all time, you couldn't convince any fucking body that she was actually beautiful.
No, thank you. Chef Nick Nero for a 199 says there's a free Oppenheimer documentary on YouTube.
Yeah, there's
cool.
a ton. There's a ton of Oppenheimer stuff. A ton of Oppenheimer stuff.
Flag Ninja for $5. Henry Cavill would have been huge if he was acting in the 90s.
Yes.
I agree. Even the 80s. Incoherent Turd for a 199. Grace is not even normie levels. She's sub-normie. Lofty Pixels Detached PP for a $5 says this is one of part 2 super chats. Strangely, in 2000, Disney made an off-brand Barbie movie named Life Size. Barbie fans said that the movie was surprisingly good. Part 2 Part 2 says, last summer, my mother and I were reading a kid's book to my little cousin, Maya, about a female marine biologist. When it went woke, she hated it.
Yep. Yeah, I do remember this movie Life Size. I haven't seen it, but I remember this movie Life Size. So, like, I remember seeing it. Or, like, seeing something about it.
Lofty Pixels Detached PP for another 5 says, bonus chat. Also, Disney's Life Size is not available for streaming anymore.
Interesting.
Somebody said, do you ever read Rumble chats? Yes, I have the Rumble chat open right now. I'm looking at the chat right now. I see who's in the chat. Let's see. I'm scrolling back down. So Gary299 is there. The Clear Sight. Marco Reality is there. Truth Society Stream. Oh, fuck you. Don't be getting in my chat spamming. Never mind. Let's see. Mute you. Yeah. Don't come in there spamming us.
Get him out!
Deeds MN is there. So, yeah, we got peeps over there. We got almost 500 people watching us on Rumble.
Shout out.
JBM87, John Arthur Beeman. So, yeah, see, then we got peeps over there. So, and I see you, just the kick chat. I see Willie Dave over there, Captain Haruno, Alec Baldwin's finger, Frank the Bunny.
Yep.
And of course, our lovely YouTube chat. So yeah, we got everything. We got
Bruno
everything.
says Beardo can't read, so we don't even ask that here. What are you talking about? I'm a decent reader. I can read at a high school level. Barry McCockiner. Barry McCockiner for $5. Gang, 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 gang. Yum. Ice cream. Yum. Ice cream. Top G. Top G. Yum. Ice cream. Gang, gang.
What?
Thank you, Barry.
Draz says shouting does not count as reading, Beardo. Tom says read good.
Hey, you watch your mouth, okay? You watch your mouth.
Me read good, Beardo 2023.
Hey, you watch your fucking mouth, okay? I'm a Pokemon champion, okay? I know what I'm talking about. Final Halo for $2. Did you see the Oprah Sound of Freedom video yet?
Oh boy.
No,
I have not.
Should we look it up? Can Jed find it maybe?
Yeah, let's see. See if we can find that.
Jed, Oprah Sound of Freedom video.
Me read good. Beardo 2023.
Oh man, Atomic Patriot for $2. My tweet about Grace Randolph got 300 plus likes. Shout out.
Nice.
Zenny Biscuit for $5. Saturday, I'm going to get all dolled up to see Oppenheimer. Sunday will be 16 years since my dad passed away, and he loved World War II history. Well, shout out to you, and hopefully that you remember your dad positively that day, and you have a good time watching that movie for his in his memory.
Absolutely.
Sandstorm for $2. I'm from a small town in Texas. Hail Jason Aldean 199. Shout out Sandstorm, thank you. John Barton.
What the fuck?
What happened? Is it Oprah?
No. Grim, who asked for the Streamlabs.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Grim Paltakin dropped $501.99 on Streamlabs.
Yo, that's huge.
501.99.
500.
What?
Wow.
Holy
Wow,
crap.
man. Wow.
Wow. Grim. Holy crap. I am blown away, bro. Holy crap. 500. Yes. Kevin
Holy shit.
Vassar. 501.99.
You'd love
That
to see
ain't
it, man.
cheap.
Nope.
And didn't say anything.
Nothing, just
Hailstorm.
left it on the table?
Hailstorm, give me that clip in the Cobra Cast chat right now. Drop that clip right now, Hailstorm. We're playing it. We're playing the Rippa clip for Grim. Drop it in the Cobra Cast chat, or I got to try to find it. Oh my gosh!
Just dropped it on the table. Said here's
nothing.
$500 and said nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
Said absolutely nothing.
Legend.
Keep reading. I'm gonna try to find this Rippa clip.
No problem. John Barton for a $5. 31st of August for Sound of Freedom is the United Kingdom released.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
So it is
Okay.
getting a wide release. It sounds like so,
Nice.
or worldwide
Nice.
release. So that's hella awesome.
That's huge. That's huge for the film.
Bethesda's Lore Master for $5. Beardo's take on In-N-Out / Culver's is almost as bad as his Spider-Man 2 will be Game of the Year. Keep up the good job, gentlemen, and hail to the 199. Well, about that, my take on In-N-Out is correct, and Spider-Man 2 will win Game of the Year. Like, Breath of the Wild, not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom severely dropped off the fucking table.
What?
Like, oh, dude.
What are you talking about?
Tears of the Kingdom dropped off, like fell
No,
off a
it-
cliff.
No, it fucking did not.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Tears of the Kingdom is not going to win Game of the Year. Spider-Man 2 will undoubtedly, for sure. You can guarantee it. Take it to the bank. I'm not a gambling man. Well, sometimes, if I'm in Vegas, maybe. But I would say put money on Spider-Man 2 winning Game of the Year. And if not, well, don't come after me.
You are retarded.
Spider-Man 2 will win Game of the Year.
You are retarded. Hang on.
Tears of the Kingdom did not have the same level of
No.
hype or energy around it than that Breath of the Wild did. Yeah.
100%
Not
agree.
even close.
100%
Not even
agree.
close.
100%.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Tears of the Kingdom
it
fell
sold 10
off.
It sold 10 million copies in 3 fucking days.
That's fine, but it dropped off. Where's the buzz about it now? Are people still playing it? No.
I haven't heard
Yes.
anything about it for a while. So
Let's see. Hang on. I'm trying to see. Keep reading, and I got to get. There's so much I'm trying to handle right now. But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom did not fall off at all. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
It fell off a cliff.
No, it
B-Rad for $2. FCMT. I stand with Jason Aldean.
Hell yeah.
Hail.
Yeah.
Semper Reloaded for $5. How could Henry Cavill be James Bond? He would make a terrible, strong, independent female. Triply for a $2. Bond girls in present day, who knows what we'd get? Maybe Haley Atwell.
yeah. She'd be fine. She'd be fine.
Okay,
She'd be
so-
a good Bond girl.
This article's from 3 weeks ago. So Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is already the second best-selling game of 2023. What's even more impressive is that those numbers do not include digital sales for the fucking game, because Nintendo does not release digital sales. So this
Right.
is only
That's
physical
fine.
sales.
We're not
This is-
talking about the
We're not
sales.
talking about the launch. We're not talking
It's
about the
still
launch
fucking
of the
selling.
sales. It
It's
fell
still
off.
selling. The
It
Switch
fell off.
went back to the number one system in the fucking world like 2 weeks ago, which it had dropped down below the PlayStation, and Tears of the Kingdom elevated it back to number one. And then the Switch broke a record. We reported on this in Daily like 2 or 3 weeks ago, where the Switch did something unheard of just a few weeks ago. In its like 6th or 7th year in Japan, it had its best month ever. In its 7th fucking
In
year
Japan.
That doesn't.
Japan.
That
Where
doesn't mean
Nintendo
anything for
fucking,
the game of
like-
the year.
No.
That doesn't
Do you
mean anything for
understand?
game of the year.
In the 7th year of the system, it had its best month ever in Japan. Do you understand how unheard of that is?
Well, we live
That's
in the
fucking
United
retarded.
States.
That's retarded. That's insane.
But we're talking about game of the year. That has fucking nothing to do
that has
with
nothing
game of the year.
Sales, sure. In 3 days, sure, it made all these sales. The launch was great.
So then
but
what's the criteria for game of the year? What's the criteria for game of the year? Please tell me.
Game of the year is based off of voters, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the voters, so it's a matter of opinion.
Guess what the best reviewed game of the year is?
Well, so far, probably either Final Fantasy 16 or Tears of the Kingdom.
Guess what the best reviewed game of the year
Based off of your reaction right now, I'm guessing so far it's probably Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes.
Final Fantasy 16 is probably the second, right?
We're only in July, bro. We got
we got a long way to go.
Spider-Man 2 is not going to beat Zelda for game of the year. It's
that
just
is
not going to do it.
That is absolutely a retarded
It's
take.
not going to do it. Now Final Fantasy, I think, could have if you got an argument with Final Fantasy, it's not going to be Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man is going to beat out Final Fantasy as far as votes go.
Spider-Man 2 is not going to do it.
Spider-Man, I will bet Spider-Man 2 is going to win Game of the Year.
No, not over Tears of the Kingdom, not over Final Fantasy. And even Diablo is another one. Diablo's not going anywhere. Spider-Man is not going to win Game of the Year.
The last Diablo update, they severely ruined it.
Yeah.
They severely they ruined the game. Spider-Man 2. Chat. I'm looking at you. Spider-Man 2. It's going to win Game of the Year.
You already lost this poll like 3 times. So
I don't care.
But we got this, okay? So Grim dropped $500 and $501.99 super chat. Didn't say anything.
And this is how much it was. $500 donation. You know what he says? Nothing. Drops $500 on the table. Looks over at everybody at the poker table. Dropped it on there. Moonwalked right out of the saloon, double doors. Didn't say anything. Spurs on his boots. Couple holstered handguns. Cowboy hat. Thick mustache. Dropped the money on the table, looked at everybody square in their eye, and just moonwalked right out of the saloon double door. Didn't say shit. There's no message there. Didn't say jack shit. And you have to be a cocky son of a bitch. First and foremost, that's not cheap. You got to be a cocky son of a bitch to drop $500 and just bounce the fuck out of there. Don't say nothing. I respect that.
I respect that. Hell yeah.
Rip is great.
Holy
Magnum
crap.
Norse
For a honey.
Anybody who thinks Mission Impossible is better than James Bond is obviously a Zoomer who's never seen the man Sean Connery. Dude, watch that. Well, did someone say that?
I don't know.
Because I'm someone that said that in the past.
I think Mission Impossible is like America's version of James Bond, where James Bond is obviously, British.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, if someone was like, "Hey, you can either keep Mission Impossible forever or James Bond forever," I'm keeping Mission Impossible. Sorry, it's just.
Ooh.
I know. That's a fucking hot take, but.
Yeah, Mission Impossible is an American.
It's
James
America.
Bond.
Come on,
it is America. But they're both fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, here we're gonna do the poll. We're gonna do a poll.
Oh, son of a bitch. Well, we already have one going on Kick. We have one going on Kick.
Okay.
Kick is at. Oh shit. Well, Final Fantasy 1 at 57%.
Honestly, you want to know what the real game of the year should be? Like based on what what I've heard and a little
Resident
bit of what
Evil 4?
Battle Bit. All things considered, bro. 3 fucking people made a game that is better received than Battlefield and Call of Duty.
The fact of the matter is Battle Bit. It doesn't have the traction, and it's not a AAA game, so it's just not going to get that recognition for Game of the Year.
I'm not saying that it will. I'm saying that if you want to, all things considered, BattleBit deserves some fucking respect for what it's accomplished. All things considered, give those guys the budget of something else. Think of what they could accomplish.
All things considered,
it's not going to win. I'm just saying, if you want to be honestly about it, like I would much rather give it to BattleBit over anything, based on the fact that it was a passion project. It's been so successful. It's dominating the Steam charts, and they've continued to work on it and update it.
I mean, if we're going to go that route, you can say that Fortnite.
I mean, yes and no, but they have the budget. This whole thing is they have the budget, and they can fix their fucking private lobbies.
What, Fortnite?
Yeah.
No. I don't play on.
Am I friends with the BattleBit developers? No, I don't know anything about those guys. For all I know, they fucking hate my guts. So, I have talked to some indie some indie developers do reach out from time to time. So, but yeah, I think the BattleBit, what BattleBit has been able to do is pretty phenomenal. Because Game of the Year should be like, there should be a lot of factors that go into Game of the Year. It shouldn't just be like one thing or the other. And like what they've done, again, independent games going out there and selling, like, what is BattleBit at now? How many copies has it sold?
No clue, but it's a Steam exclusive. So that's what's also holding it back. It's a Steam exclusive. But then on the other hand, Tears of the Kingdom is a Nintendo exclusive, and Spider-Man 2 is going to be a Sony exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Most recent update says 1.8 million copies BattleBit has sold. That's the most recent, but that was let's see, that was
over Tears of the Kingdom, that's for sure.
That was on July 10th.
That's for sure.
So,
how long has it been since a first-person shooter has won Game of the Year? It's been a long fucking time.
Oh man, it has. Yeah.
I have to imagine Half-Life 2 won it. I have to imagine Half-Life 2.
Did MW2 win it back in the day? The OG.
I don't think so.
I can't remember what other games came out around that time.
I don't think so.
Anybody know in the chat? Anybody caught up on their lore as far as the gaming awards?
I'm looking
what was
it
the
up
last
right now.
first-person shooter? Magnum Norse for a 50.
50.
Screw that, Josiah. Who did the barrel roll live on film? James Bond. Tom Cruise still can't do what James Bond did to people.
I don't know. I've seen Tom Cruise do some pretty cool things in the Mission Impossible films.
So here's the best review games of the year so far. Tears of the Kingdom, number 1, of course. Metroid Prime Remastered, number 2. Let's see. I don't even know what this is.
Witcher 3, that's an 8-year-old game.
Yeah.
It's 8 years old. All it did was get a next-gen update.
But still, though, it's a game that released. So, same with this. I mean, Metroid Prime came out on the fucking GameCube.
But that's like a complete... well, okay.
So
that's like a remaster
same
remake.
thing. Same thing.
I'm
There's
surprised,
Resident Evil 4.
But that's a remake. That's a complete top-to-bottom remake.
Right. So
I'm surprised it's that low at 6. I would have thought it was 3 or 2 at this point.
So there's your top game so far. And yeah, I mean, nothing's gonna pass Tears of the Kingdom. So Tears of the Kingdom's gonna...
Spider-Man 2 will.
Spider-Man 2. What did the first what Spider-Man
So the first Spider-Man lost Game of the Year to God of War 2018. God of War 2018 won Game of the Year.
Yeah, see, Marvel Spider-Man only got an 87. You think it's gonna get higher than a 96? Tears of the Kingdom's one of the 5 best reviewed games ever on the fucking site.
So part of the reason why the first Spider-Man PS4 didn't get that well reviewed is because of the bullshit Mary Jane and Miles Morales missions that were forced stealth missions that had nothing to do with Spider-Man in it. And Insomniac learned to take those out of the game, because we saw it in the Miles Morales solo game. There was none of those bullshit forced stealth missions with different characters you don't give a fuck about. And I can almost surely guarantee that they learned from that mistake. And in Spider-Man 2, first of all, you're going to be playing as Spider-Man and Miles Morales in that game. You might even be able to play as Venom in a mission or two. People are speculating. I don't think that they're going to have enough time to force you to play it for a bullshit Mary Jane mission. So if they take those 4 stealth missions out, this video game is going to do phenomenal.
So my argument for, and I have not completed Tears of the Kingdom, but my argument is Breath of the Wild is considered one of the greatest games ever made, and Tears of the Kingdom makes Breath of the Wild look like just a complete fucking demo. Like, holy shit, man. There's so much to Tears of the Kingdom that it makes a game just a few years prior that was that's still considered one of the best games ever. It makes it look like a fucking demo. That's what it does. Like, it makes Breath of the Wild look so bad. And that's insane. Like, we've never seen a leap that far on something. So it just makes it obsolete almost. So it's a crazy jump. So there's no way you can justify anything winning over Tears of the Kingdom. So
I think Spider-Man 2 will probably do all right.
Yeah.
Tommy reviews for $2. Filthy Frank should have made a cameo in Barbie.
Shout out to Filthy Frank.
Filthy Frank. Gun-Ho Mac for $5. I sat behind Grace Randolph in Oppenheimer. She complained about a lack of bombs, so I ate some onions and dropped some gas bombs for her. Gun-Ho Mac, man, the hero that we needed but didn't deserve. Acre for $5. Josiah, can Epicverse put together a shite Clown Wars trailer? Or we could just use the new Ahsoka trailer, I guess.
True.
There you go.
Yeah.
Link fan on Streamlabs for $25. Was there a Spider-Man 2 that came out? Because I'm going to have to pull a Gary and say that Peter Parker is Spider-Man and Miles Morales is Miles Morales. P.S. I still play Tears of the Kingdom.
So I'm Spider-Man 2 has not come out yet. It comes out October 20th.
Yeah, it comes out later this year.
October. And here's the thing. Say what you want about Miles Morales. I've never been on the train that completely hates Miles Morales. Yes, Miles Morales is Miles Morales. Spider-Man is Peter Parker, or Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. But I think out of all the tokenized characters that we've gotten in comic books, movies, or video games, Miles Morales is the most well done. He's the best well done, and he doesn't overshadow Peter Parker Spider-Man. He's more like the Robin to Spider-Man, like how Robin is to Batman, Miles Morales is to Spider-Man, in my opinion. And his game was actually pretty good. His game
was actually pretty good, yeah.
It was good. And the thing is Insomniac knew what it was. It was more of kind of like a tech demo for the PS5. It wasn't full price. It was a short campaign. It had decent side missions, and it more or less showed off like what their intention was to do with the Spider-Man 2. And it wasn't full price. It was like $40. And it was a good experience. So say what you want about Miles Morales. I totally agree. I see where you're coming from, but his game was good.
I mean, I don't have anything against Miles Morales. I have everything against the people that get fake offended over every time you criticize Miles Morales. That's what's funny. To watch them just screech and cry and whine. That's the funny part right there. Valkyria Winter. There we go. Put your money where your money is. Bet on which game will be game of the year, even though it's rigged anyway. You're right about that. Give him the skull. Yeah. Go ahead.
Skull.
You're 100% right about that. This is all like at the end of the day. I don't think there's a definitive. I don't think there's a definitive kind of game of the year template anyway. It's all bullshit. Like, didn't Last of Us 2 win game of the year?
Probably.
Like I mean, it's just it's bullshit. You know what I mean? So, if anything, what I would like to do is I would like to create the Geeks and Gamers game of the year, movie of the year, show of the year, and give it a legitimate thing. It wouldn't be. We could have the Geeks and Gamers staff, picks. We could have the viewer picks. We could do some type of way where it's specific. It's an actual method where it's the true vote of the people. You know what I mean? That's what we need to do. Need to do.
I think Geeks and Gamers Gaming Award Show would be fantastic. We show up, we're like, let's wear a suit and a tie. We'll make it official.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be cool.
I think
that'd be really cool.
Maybe we can work on that towards the end of the year.
Yeah. A Money Wilson for a $4.99. Beardo read good. He has the best words. Beardo only use best words. Hell yeah. Thank you, A Money Wilson, for recognizing my excellence at reading Super Chats.
Oh, man.
Here we go. Here's a good one. Mike Humsmells for $5. 500 pennies. Thank you for the 500 pennies, Mike Hum Smells. Objectively a cat for $2. Beardo with a Grace Randolph level take. I don't know what you're talking about. John Barton for a $4.99. Jersey mad about tears, almost as mad as when Vask's whalebone dropped.
Say that one more time.
Said Jersey's mad about tears, almost as mad as when Vask's whalebone dropped.
Oh,
Laugh my
yeah,
ass
yeah.
off.
Shout out to Dan Vask.
Who's Jersey? Me?
Maybe.
Mad about tears? Tears of the Kingdom? Am I Jersey's, John Barton?
I've actually got a clip from Beardo. I got a clip from Beardo, everybody.
Ah, fuck.
It's not as bad as you think. It's not as bad as you think.
I went to a Ivy League school. I'm very highly educated. I know words. I have the best words.
I know words. I know words.
I know words.
I have
the best words. She had a dog, maybe a cat, whose name was Vagina.
I am the greatest word user of all time.
I know words. That's the best words. I love that man so much, dude.
Not maybe. I do. They're the best.
People always say, Trump, you have the best words.
They're the best. I've been told many times that Trump has the best words. Not maybe. I do. Vagina.
Oh my god. We're clipping that one out for a soundbite. So, holy crap, that was funny. Good lord.
Here we go. Kyril Lewis or Cyril Lewis, maybe, for $2. Jeremy is a Japan apologist confirmed.
What?
I don't know. Samurai
the Kingdom and Japan and all that stuff.
Okay. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Samurai Knight for $2. Kick Beardo. Tears of the Kingdom is the GOAT and is locked in for Game of the Year.
All right, Chad, you need to calm down on this Tears of the Kingdom thing.
Just because this is Jeremy's channel, okay, yes, you don't need to suck up this hard, man. Tears of the Kingdom fell off a cliff.
What happened to Beardo's?
Why did my camera go out of focus? Jeremy's sabotaging my fucking camera. He goes, you know what? Enough of this guy. Blur him out.
Yes, Jocelyn. Guy. That's right, Jocelyn. Thank you, Jocelyn. She says we're Jeremy Simps. That's right. That's right. See? She knows what's up. So
it is what it is.
Hang on. I'm trying to every time I'm trying to get this clip of Trump uploaded. So every time we mess up on super chats, I'm just gonna play that clip. So keep reading. This has been a shit show and I love it. This is I don't even know how what's going on this show today. It's wild.
It's gone off the rails, but I'm here.
It really has. It always does. It always does.
Bethesda's Lore Master for $5. Gentlemen, let's be honest here. The Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year at the Game Awards. The award has lost a lot of its prestige and validity.
Very true.
This is very true.
It absolutely has. No doubt about it.
It just depends, because that was a super hyper-focused, woke pile of nonsense that was going to kind of get that love regardless. Has there been a super woke game this year? No, not really.
This year?
This year? I mean, could you argue that Horizon Forbidden West is woke? I mean, it's a female lead, but it's not really woke.
No, I don't think the game itself is necessarily super woke. I know there's a lot of stuff kind of around the game, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't really enjoy the game, to be honest. I didn't think that it was nearly as good as the first one.
I didn't play the first one, so I didn't have any interest in playing the second one. But I mean, yeah, so if there's no woke games for just this year so far, we're just going off of just sheer good stories and good games and gameplay. I think it's going to be between those three: Spider-Man 2, Tears of the Kingdom, and Final Fantasy 16. Semper Reloaded for $5. Jeremy, I'm with you on Spider-Man. You can't trust the opinion. Man, missed opportunity there to put a Ninian. You can't trust the opinion on someone who cosplays multiplicity. Multiplicity. All right.
How many times are you gonna say multiplicity? I'm just like you said.
As many times as you said geeks and gamers on the intro. By the way, we're Geeks and Gamers. We're live on YouTube, Rumble, and Kick.
There you go.
Death Racer for $5. Congrats on your first 1,800 years. Here's to the next 1,800 years. Being great since 199 AD.
199.
199.
All right, I've about got it. I've about got it here. This is so every time. This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one. I gotta upload it. There are so many things that I'm trying to do right now. I don't know how we're still. Why are people still watching us? But every time me or Beardo or anyone in the stream, actually, no, that's not going to be it either. Go ahead, keep going.
All right. Let's see, Alistair for $5. Some Bond fans want Pierce Brosnan to return to the role in a darker, grittier portrayal of his character. Would you want to see that? He's too old. Way too old.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know if we necessarily need like a dark, gritty James Bond. I don't know.
That'd be like Bruce Wayne, like British Bruce Wayne at that point.
Here we go. Every time Beardo messes up.
I know words. I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.
I'm here all day, folks.
I know words. I have the best words, but there's no better words.
Shut up, you silly woman.
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
He's so good. I do. I have the best words. What can I say? I'm not a liar. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Blast Radius for $5. Spider-Man 2 winning Game of the Year shows how biased this crap is. Remember when Last of Us 2 beat out Doom Eternal for Game of the Year? Such BS.
Massive BS.
I think on the contrary, I think if Tears of the Kingdom won Game of the Year, it would show how biased this crap is. In my opinion. It's I don't know. Just
you can't even back it up.
The game fell off.
I know words. I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.
Oh man, that clip is going to be used a lot.
And knowing Jeremy, it's going to be mostly used for me. Man, Tears of the Kingdom fell off, man. What am I supposed to say? I'm just being honest here. It fell off a fucking cliff.
Fell off. How the fuck did best-selling game of the year fall off?
Well, like Josiah said, sales doesn't mean anything. It had a good launch, but the game fell off.
Best-selling game of the year, okay?
Until Spider-Man 2 comes out. What are you going to say?
Game of the year.
Hold on. What are you going to say if, let's just say if, let's say that Spider-Man 2 does outsell Tears of the Kingdom come October, November, even going into the December months. What are you going to say then?
I do think that I think that there's potential. It probably can sell better than Tears of the Kingdom. I think so. I mean, it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the most popular comic book character, arguably the most popular comic book character.
Is. I would say, like, as much as I'm a Batman fan, Spider-Man is the most popular superhero.
Spider-Man as a character is bigger than Zelda. He just is. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
he has a lot more mass appeal and normie appeal, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I mean, it's just the reality of the situation. Mario has more normie appeal. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that he's bad, but so I think that Spider-Man 2 could sell better, especially being on the PlayStation 5. Being Spider-Man, coming off the momentum of the first Spider-Man game. And we'll probably have a Spider-Man movie, at least, I don't know. Well, will we have one announced? You know, I don't know what's going on with Spider-Man now.
I don't know.
I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
I do think
this year, if the game comes out in October, we're not going to get an announcement by then.
Yeah.
I don't think. It's too close.
But I do think that it could outsell Tears of the Kingdom, because Zelda historically has been a really solid franchise. Breath of the Wild, chat, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know this off the top of my head. I think Breath of the Wild might have been the best-selling Zelda game ever. And so will Tears of the Kingdom pass it? It should pass it. Again, the argument to be made is Spider-Man 2 could outsell it. I will say that.
There you go. Joel Reese for $2. Armored Core 6, a From Software game, will win Game of the Year. We'll see.
From Software is awesome.
Hacky Smack for a $5. Tears of the Kingdom wasn't as impactful as Breath of the Wild. Spider-Man 2 might just be the Game of the Year or Final Fantasy 16. That's what I'm saying.
Spit facts out here.
Yep.
Breath of the Wild, easily the best-selling Zelda game with 29 million copies. So, will Tears of the Kingdom... I don't think we have any updated numbers. We really have no updated numbers on Tears of the Kingdom outside of the 10 million. And again, you got to understand this is Nintendo. This is how Nintendo is. We will get another update at some point, but we don't have anything right now. They will give another update. I would anticipate it's definitely flirting between 15 and 20 million already, though.
Let's get back to some bigger super chats over here. We got Tomac for a 20. New Final Fantasy 14 meme just dropped. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. Thank you, Tomac.
I know.
Mike,
I know. Hayden Wayne's in the chat. I know he's enjoying all this gaming talk. He likes when we talk games.
Hey,
I do
Geeks
too,
and Gamers?
actually.
Yeah,
Geeks and
same.
Gamers talking about video games. Who would have thought, man? Mike Peter for a 20. Jeremy, don't know if you remember, but you were nice enough to take a pic with me at Star Wars Celebration in 2019. I was slightly starstruck and didn't say much. Sorry if it was awkward, but thanks for the amazing content that you make.
No, man, don't ever apologize for that. I mean, I know what it's like to be in that position. I met some YouTubers back in the day in 2017 at Star Wars Celebration. It was kind of before it really had a big following, and I reacted the same way. Like, you don't know how to approach people. You don't know how people are. You don't want to make people feel like uncomfortable that you're meeting that you know. So it puts you as the person that's meeting that person in an awkward position. And so I totally understand what it's like. That I've said a million times, like, if you see me out in public, come up, talk to me, shake my hand, ask for a picture, ask for whatever you want. I'm just a normal person. When I went to see, what did we see? Was it Mission Impossible?
Yep.
I told you I got recognized like 4 or 5 times at City Walk.
I got recognized. I walked into the theater. I wasn't even with Jeremy. I just walked in. The guy's like, Beardo. And I'm like, me? Me?
Yeah.
All right. He goes, I was just watching you and Jeremy on Daily this morning. What's up, man? I'm like, what's up, dude?
It's really funny because just a couple days ago, like, and I live kind of in a rural area and stuff, but I was over at our local grocery store at the deli and stuff, and there was someone there that recognized me too, and they're like, "You're just higher rises." I was like, it was just like such a weird and shocking thing to happen, even just like in my small town area. So it's really funny.
Yep.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I think Jeremy nailed it, Mike Peter, that at the end of the day, we're all just people, man. There's no reason to get worked up or build this kind of like, standard of how to act or anything like that. As far as nervousness or shyness goes, we're people like you and everybody else.
Yep. Well said. Tommy on Rumble says, Trump saying vagina is my ringtone. Hail the 199. You mean this?
Where her cat was named Vagina.
Her dog, maybe it was a cat, was named Vagina.
Audrey on the Streamlab side, geeks and retards.
Hell yeah.
It's been a wild stream, man.
We're officially renaming Geeks and Gamers Daily to Geeks and Retards. Thank you for the idea. Magnum Norse for $20. Dude, even comparing Mission Impossible to Bond is only for Zoomers. 7 good films? How about 25 while you bite the writer for that fed Mission Impossible?
Understandable.
All right. Magnum Norse with another 10. The Nina chat was great until all of the men left. Magnum Norse for another 10. Imagine if Oppenheimer stayed within the Germans. This is true.
Yeah.
Some member messages over here. Big Raj for 2 years says you guys should do a special bet for Game of the Year.
Well, so I guess like the whole thing is, so are we just gonna go off get the game awards? You know, is that what the game of the year is?
Well,
are we gonna let them determine who the winner is? Like who is it? Because a
Yeah,
lot of different platforms do game of the year. Who is
It'd be
the
the-
preferred? We would have to come up with a criteria of, maybe we would come up with a criteria of get some of the prominent ones, and then we can collectively see like where, you know, like Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man, whatever finishes, and do like a, you know, pull it all together and see who had the
like a
best.
smorgasbord of everybody's awards and put
Something
them
like
together
that.
and see who averages out. But I
Yeah.
mean, just the regular game awards. They're the ones that's took as like that's where you
That's-
get
that's-
the
that feels like
game
that's
of
the
the year
standard, yeah.
edition. That's the standard. Like, you know,
Yeah.
the developer will put out game of the year edition of
Mhm.
this game with like
Yeah.
all the DLC in it and everything like that at a cheaper cost.
Yep.
Samurai Knight for 4 months. If Spider-Man 2 doesn't make Game of the Year, Beardo has to shave his beard and admit Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is the GOAT and the best game of the year. Here's the thing. If I shaved my beard, I would get fired. Can't be Fear the Beardo without a beard. Herb Thompson for 9 months. GoldenEye wrecks all Mission Impossible movies. Josiah?
I mean, GoldenEye is iconic. But just me personally, I mean, like objectively speaking, yeah, James Bond is obviously, you know, is goated. But I don't know. Me personally, I would watch Mission Impossible any day over James Bond. So that's just how it is. America, baby. Let's go.
Knees became a member for 11 months. Spider-Man 2 will be all right, but Game of the Year status? I guess we'll have to see. Hail, Geeks and Gamers, 199 for life.
Nice.
Shout out. Cozy XP for a 1 month membership. Thank you for joining. Says, hey guys, been AFK since work has been slamming me, but I love being a part of the 199. I also have hit monetization on my channel. You guys are a huge inspiration and always bring positive vibes.
That's
Congrats on
awesome,
that. That's
man.
awesome.
Congratulations. That's huge.
Yeah.
That is huge.
Here we go. Doll Life Dan for $5. Japanese government just banned Oppenheimer, so it won't bomb there at all. Really?
Where?
The
Japan?
Japanese government just banned Oppenheimer. That's interesting.
Really?
I haven't
Let me
seen
look that up.
Yeah.
East Coast Toasty Boy for $5. So let me see if I understand. The Barbie movie is getting hate because it shites on feminist men. Mad respect for Barbie. I may even see it. I don't
That's what it's doing.
I don't think that's what you were supposed to take away from that. But see you later.
Let's see. I don't see any reports that it's been banned yet.
Yeah, is that legitimate? Has anybody else in the chat seen that?
Apparently it's not opening in Japan this week.
I don't see any reports that it's been banned. So
let's see here.
I see a couple of things from this is like July 7th though, but it got community noted saying it hasn't been banned in Japan as of
Oh,
then,
it's a
so-
joke. They're saying it's a joke, you morons. But a joke would have been. There's Herb Thompson says it's a joke, you morons. But it wasn't really phrased as a joke.
I know words. I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.
Hell yeah. well, for $2 says, "White are you, Jay?" Hercules for a 199. Jeremy, which is better, Red Dead Redemption 2 or Zelda?
I haven't played through Red Dead 2, so
What?
Red Dead 1 is amazing.
Red Dead
So,
1's amazing. Red Dead 2 might be
and
even
Red
better.
Dead. I mean, I've played through some of it, but not enough to make a full decision. But most people say Red Dead 2 is better than Red Dead 1. So
Red Dead 2 is phenomenal.
Yeah. Man, here's the thing though. Arthur's beloved, but I think I like John Marston better than Arthur. John Marston's
So-
more of a badass to me.
I mean, so what was the question about Zelda versus Red Dead?
Yes, Red Dead Redemption 2 versus Zelda. I'm assuming Tears of the
Shock-
Kingdom.
Shockingly enough, just in general, like I would rather play Red Dead than Zelda. Shockingly enough,
Yeah.
like people are like, "Oh, you're just a Nintendo homer." I'm like, I mean, I love Nintendo, but like, doesn't mean that I don't like. Red Dead's just more my style of game. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Badass cowboy game.
yeah.
Dr. Rachel Lindbergh for $5 says Geeks and Gamers of the Year. This is the only award show that I'd watch.
Hell yeah.
I think we might need to make that happen.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Dio Brando for a 199. FYI, Frozen 2 machetes used by Afro-Caribbeans. We talked about that yesterday, right?
Yep.
Atomic Patriot for $2. Jeremy, what game is trending on Twitter right now? Why don't you look it up? And for
know.
good reason, too.
What
Good reason, too.
Let's see. Trending. I don't know. What is trending? I don't see anything.
What game is trending on Twitter right now?
I don't have any game trending for me on Twitter right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you filter video games?
And do entertainment.
Trending?
Grand Theft Auto Online's the only thing that's trending for me.
Zelda.
Right.
No,
I saw it was trending.
literally Zelda. I'll show you right now. There's like 4 right here. Look,
No.
Zelda,
at-
48,000 sweet.
Yeah. Well, Spider-Man 2 is trending right now on
Backfired.
entertainment.
That backfired on you, Beardo.
Spider-Man 2 is trending right now in entertainment.
Well, how
Yeah,
many tweets?
but hold
How
on.
many tweets? How many tweets?
But my list is completely
how
different
many?
than yours. No, I'm looking because I'm on entertainment on mine, and my list is completely different than yours.
It's different for everyone.
It's different for everybody. But how many tweets has Spider-Man got?
18,000.
Yeah, Zelda's got 48,000.
Okay, but
Thank
what
you very
period
much.
of time
Have a
is
good
this?
day.
Is this just
Thank you very
today?
much. Have a
Spider-Man
good
hasn't
day.
even come out yet.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
Spider-Man
Have a
hasn't
good
even
day.
come out yet.
Thank you very. You motherfuckers just said Zelda fell off.
It did.
And it's got. And
It
you
did.
just told me that it's got double the fucking tweets of the game that, that
there's-
should have all the hype and anticipation.
It's
Get
probably
There
probably
is-
everyone talking about how it fell off.
There's
to be
no
honest.
denying that Tears of the Kingdom fell off. But anyways, I just dropped the link to a tweet of why Spider-Man 2 is trending. Just look at this, man. This is bad ass.
Let's see. Hang on. Oh, you mean I think these fucks? Yeah, these. Okay, you know what?
This was released yesterday, this
I
picture.
almost said a gamer word. But the account that you just shared has me blocked because they're a bunch of little bitches.
Oh,
Yes.
they got me blocked too. Yeah.
Yes,
Here.
They have a lot of us blocked. It's disgusting film.
I'll drop another
Disgusting,
one. I'll drop another one.
disgusting
Here you go.
film is
Dexterdo.
ran by people that have extremely small penises. Okay,
Small peepees.
Fuck.
Very
yeah, small PP.
Low testosterone. Look at that.
That's
Blow,
awesome.
blow it up.
Oh, that's
That
awesome.
is awesome.
That is awesome.
That might be the best Venom design ever.
That is badass. That is awesome.
And that's not concept art. That is an in-game screenshot.
Yeah,
is
that is great.
insane.
That is badass. That's
So-
awesome. Still not going to win Game of the Year, but okay.
It might.
That image alone should make it win Game of the Year. To be honest.
Man, I
Yeah,
wanted
wonderful standard we have for Game of the Year, guys. Hey, and a still frame should give it Game of the Year. These are the guys that are telling you Zelda fell off.
I want an alternative cover for the game just to be that.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I think the game's gonna be fantastic.
Like Breath of the Wild was kind of a phenomenon when it came out, but I don't feel like Tears of the Kingdom has had that same energy behind it that Breath of the Wild did.
I mean, it sold more copies in the first 3 days than Breath of the Wild did, and Breath of the
But that's
Wild sold
because
30
of
million
how
copies.
good Breath of the Wild was, and people have been anticipating the sequel.
It's better
for
reviewed than Breath of the
years.
Wild.
Okay.
You said it's because of how good Breath of the Wild was. This game is better than Breath of the Wild. It's objectively better than Breath of the Wild. Like, it just is. It makes.
But I don't think there's any denying that it fell off. Like, it fell off.
What is your standard for falling off? Like, do you understand? Like, Nintendo games aren't like
the amount of people that started the game and did not finish is what I'm saying. They started it because it was hype and they did not finish.
You're basing this off of streaming bullshit. Nintendo don't give a fuck about that. Breath of the Wild wasn't this big streaming fucking game. It wasn't like everybody was streaming Breath of the Wild for 5 fucking years. That's not how Breath of the Wild was. Like, you're basing this off of people aren't streaming it.
Well, those are really kind of the only numbers that you can objectively look at. You know, other statistics, unless like you go into the fucking Nintendo's database and you can see exactly how many people 100%ed or completed the main story of this game, and how hard is that information to get.
Do you think, okay, eliminate Geeks and Gamers from the equation, okay?
Okay.
Did Mario Kart fall off?
Well, let's go on Twitch right now. Let's
go
on Twitch right now. And see, let's just see how many people are streaming Mario Kart right now.
Please do that. Please do that. Please do that. Please do that. Please do that.
Let me. Where's the fuck is the search bar? What happened to Twitch? Why does it look gay?
Please do that.
What the fuck? The entire Twitch shit changed.
Yeah, it's hard to find like anything about any of the games anymore.
I can't even. There's no like search bar. What's up with this?
Please tell me how many people. Please use this as your standard. Please use this as your standard.
I'm doing my best here. I'm trying. I don't see a. All right. Anyways, performance issues. What the fuck is going on with Twitch, bro?
Let's see here.
Maybe you guys can find it. I can't fucking see.
Is Twitch broken?
Okay, here we go. Okay, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. See how many people are streaming it right now.
Got like 1.1.
It's got 1.1 viewers right now. 1.1K.
So you would say that game fell off?
Well, dude, the game launched on fucking Wii U.
Yeah, it really fell off.
Tears of the Kingdom only has 3.1K viewers right now.
Mario Kart 8 really fell off. 50 million units sold. Oh man, it really fell off.
What's your point? I never said that Mario Kart fell off. What's your point? I never said that. I never said we do not disagree on this. I never said Mario Kart fell off.
What are you basing fall offs on? Streaming numbers?
The amount of people that started the game and didn't finish it.
How do you even have data on that?
Just word of mouth.
You don't even have data on that. You don't even have data.
But no, I mean, but look at what Josiah said. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Nintendo doesn't even give us digital sales, and you're gonna have internal numbers of how many people finish.
Hey, listen. I got all the numbers, the best numbers. Some say I don't, but I do. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, did that not launch with the Switch?
So Mario Kart 8
launched on the Wii U.
On the Wii U. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It wasn't a launch, I don't think.
It wasn't a launch on Switch?
Shortly after. And it has remained in the top 10 best-selling video games for the past like 6 years.
I agree. It's fantastic. And just look
nobody's
at the numbers.
Fucking streaming it, and nobody's streaming it. But it's sold. It's
got 1.1 viewers, and Josiah just said that Tears of the Kingdom only has 3,000 viewers, and that game is supposed to be Game of the Year.
Nintendo fucking people don't. Nintendo games are not known for their big streaming numbers. They're just not. It's just not. It's just reality of the situation.
It's got 1.1 viewers right now. When we stream it alone, we get those numbers.
I know.
Or more.
I know. But it's the best-selling game by far.
I agree. I 100% agree.
And it has not fell off. Can we please end this? I got to go watch Oppenheimer soon.
We have a lot of super chats left. My Zeet Wizard for $5. Jeremy, when are you gonna oh my gosh, when are you gonna eat out what?
Oh no, what? Where's this one going?
It's severely typoed. Jeremy, I'm assuming this is what he means. Me Zeet Wizard Says Jeremy, when are you gonna head out towards Arizona?
Was odd. Is that Mazit was odd?
Was odd, sure. When are you gonna head out to Arizona? I got a Trump coin for you.
Yeah, I don't have any plans to be in Arizona anytime soon, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted.
The typos in that was unreal. John Barton for a $5. Beardo uses words like China. Bill Prime Gaming for a $1.99. Baldur's Gate 3 is game of the year. I'm sure for some people it is. Dragon Dan for $5. If you guys do Game Award show, would you do ones for the previous years? We know that The Last of Us 2 winning was manufactured because of the backlash it got.
Ooh, that's actually a good idea. If we ever got to the point where we could do that, we should retroactively go back and do movie, game, and TV show of the year.
Like for the past 5 years or something like that.
Fuck that. We'll go back 20. Fuck it. Let's do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live because then that gives us a rapport of like, so people can go back and see like what referenced, you know, if we can.
Right.
That would be kind of cool. I'd like that. That's a good idea.
We do that like a few weeks leading up. Like we did a show once a week for like, I don't know, a month before we actually do our official current year show and knock out like 3 years in one show.
Yeah.
And then at that point you lead up into the current year. That would be cool.
Like
the Swill for $2. I'm shaving my beard off right now. Don't do it!
Don't do it.
You will regret it. You will regret it 100%. I've been there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Baby Chewbacca for a $1.99. Batman is the best hero. Spider-Man is the best superhero. That's an interesting way to put it. I might agree with that. Baby Chewbacca for a $1.99. Are Zelda fans of legal age to vote for Game of the Year? Oh, man. Jay
Spider-Man has a far bigger kid fan base than anything.
Hey, there's some grown-ass adults that love Spider-Man. Look at Yellow Flash. Yellow Flash is like, Spider-Man's his favorite superhero.
And Zelda was created in like 1985, so clearly there's a lot of
adults. Spider-Man created like the fucking 60s?
My point being is that most of the people that grew up playing Zelda are now older now. So like Ocarina of Time, like
same thing with Spider-Man.
Considered one of the greatest games ever made. So reality of it is more kids play Call of Duty than Nintendo. All right. And more adults play Nintendo than Call of Duty.
Yeah. More adults, like more people my age play Pokemon than kids nowadays play Pokemon.
Yes. Yes.
Jay Salty Taint for a $1.99. Who said it? Shark dentures for $2. Beardo without the beard equals fear the weirdo. Sure. A
Magnum Norse just dropped 50.
50.
Hold on, Josiah.
He's not letting this go, man. He's not letting this go.
Magnum Norse gets worked up. All right.
All right.
So, are you saying Mission Impossible better than Goldfinger, Diamonds Are Forever, Live and Let Die, and The Spy Who Loved Me? What the fuck?
I'm not saying that Mission Impossible is objectively better than James Bond. All I'm saying is that if I had the choice to watch one for the rest of my life, it would be Mission Impossible over James Bond any day. And that's just because those movies are more entertaining to me than James Bond movies are. So
I like how you guys have made it.
That's all I'm saying.
Make him back down off his Tears of the Kingdom bullshit too. Shame.
I'm not backing down.
Shame him.
That's what I said from the beginning.
I will not back down. Spider-Man 2.
Down from shit, dude.
No.
I'm just saying that if I had a choice between watching one or the other, I'd watch Mission Impossible any day.
Me and Jeremy have been having this argument since Tears of the Kingdom launched. I believe that Spider-Man 2 is going to win Game of the Year.
Yeah,
that's just my stance. A feline named Vajayjay for $2. Beardo, is your hair thinning? Old age kicking in? I don't think so. I mean, I just have a widow's peak. I don't think it's thinning.
I gotta say, between like all of us are getting roasted at some point in the stream.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's thinning.
Yeah, this has been
I just have a widow's peak.
I love it.
It is what it is.
I'm gonna have to bounce though. I have an Epic Verse appointment that I have to get to.
Shout out to Josiah for being here. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
buddy.
It was awesome. It was a lot of fun today. Thank you so much, chat. I appreciate it. And I'll catch you all in another stream soon. So
all right, buddy. Have
later,
a good one,
Josiah.
man.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
Catch you later. Sorry, Magnum Norse. Josiah's gone. East Coast Toasty Boy for $2. Japan already saw Oppenheimer in 3D in live action.
Oof.
Yeesh. Bush and Ryucat for $5. I can see the movie Oppenheimer in Japan becoming illegal. An illegal snuff film sold in basements. Don't tread on the 199.
Don't tread.
Dragon Dan for $5. I like both Red Dead Redemption games, but in my opinion, the first one is overall better. First one didn't go crazy with the realism mechanics and had a legit online without monetization. Yeah, they're both fantastic.
Fair.
Atomic Patriot for $5. Wow, I see the Rippaverse is trending too. Totally didn't backfire.
Yep, always does on these weirdos.
Flag Ninja for $2. Link pegs Beardo in his nightmares.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks for the
see you
$2.
later.
Thanks for the $2. Rob Biller for $5. Geeks and Gamers produced the Game of the Year awards, partnering with Az and Melanie Mack.
That'd be awesome.
We should get as many people as we can on that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Rob Biller. Oh, no. Just read that one. Slim Shady for $2. Tears of the Kingdom is a glorified Fortnite. Ooh.
How?
How? Bill
because
Prime Game.
Because of the fly-in drop?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, because of the glider. Bill Prime Gaming for a $4.99. Baldur's Gate has over 2 million words in game. Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Hacky Smack for $5. Tears of the Kingdom is better, fuller game than Breath of the Wild. It still hasn't been as impactful as the original, though. Nintendo is legendary. Need a little bit more hardware side. Need a little bit more on the hardware side, is what he's saying. Bethesda's Lore Master for $5. I feel like Zemo in Captain America's Civil War is a Bethesda's Lore Master for $5. I feel like Zemo in Captain America's Civil War, period. A $5 super chat about a bad Beardo Spider-Man 2 take has led to an hour back and forth. Got my super chats worth.
That's what happens on Geeks and Gamer streams. You guys control the show, okay? That's just what happens.
100%. Yankees fan for a $1.99. DSP said the new Zelda game sucks.
Well, there you go. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, maybe it didn't suck that bad. Sir Hat for $2. Hostage stream. Gunho Mac for $2 says Beardo's reading fell off. Spartacus for $2 just to delay Jeremy a few seconds longer. Chris Coran for $2. I love Josiah, but he is 100% wrong on Bond versus Mission Impossible.
100.
Tweeted Tone for a $1.99. Don't do it. No, don't do it. I'm a virgin. Okay. Just announce that to the whole world, right? Magnum Norse for another 10 says, Beardo, it's easy for sales to fall off if everyone and their mother bought it at launch. I'm not saying the sales fell off. I'm saying the player base fell off. And that's it. Oh, wait, actually, no. Alec Baldwin's finger became a member for 1 year for the Geeks and Gamers Game Awards. Have multiple hosts and each introduce a game with video clips at the end. Run a poll. It's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
And we are fully... Nope, one more. Doll Life Dan for $5. Since shaving is off the table, if Beardo loses the Game of the Year, he has to dye his beard in Murphy colors. But what if Jeremy loses?
I'll shave my beard.
He'll have to shave his eyebrows. What's left of him?
The Clear Sight says, why do I have to spend another buck? Make a regular mod here, Jeremy. Spamming is the real annoying stuff here. Consider it. I'll look into that. I'll look into the spamming over there. So appreciate you, buddy.
That's it.
All right. So we got to go. I got stuff to do. I got Oppenheimer to watch. I can't wait. I'm excited. It's going to be awesome. Shout out to all of you for another amazing Geek Gamers Daily and 2 hours. You guys made this one a 2-hour stream. It's what you guys do, and we love all of you for it. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the likes. Thanks for the comments. Well says Beard of Shame. I appreciate all of you guys. So I hope you have a good day, and I will keep you updated. I think we got Fortnite later tonight for our members, so that'll be fun. Other than that, have a great day, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.
Laters.